Hi, this video is going to show you a couple angles I got of a Swainson's warbler in Miami-Dade County. It's a pretty urban area, only less than half a mile away from Miami International Airport. And you can see this dark green line is mostly oak trees, and they provide a lot of leaf litter, which is exactly what this species likes to forage in. So as I zoom out, you can see it's very close to the Palmetto Expressway and the Dolphin Expressway. And I'll zoom out a little bit further. To me, it's incredible that this bird manages to find the right habitat in, the metropolitan area. You can see all of this is development. And I'll zoom out a little bit further here to show where this is in Florida. I'm also going to show you the species distribution map on eBird. And this is something that's really cool. I really recommend, any species that you're curious about, you type it in over here. And there are also date filters that you can mess around with. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and I'm going to make it so it's only showing the current year's, sightings. And you can see where it's been observed so far. And I will cut straight to the video now. Hope you like it. So here's some video of a Swainson's warbler. I'm hoping this will one day have its name changed to something like leaf-tossing warbler, as I really think the movement to remove honorific names makes sense. But anyways, this is a really neat little warbler that can be tricky to spot. They usually like a lot of cover, but I ran into this one foraging in some open areas under these oaks with some landscaped bushes nearby. During migration, this spot almost always has ovenbirds and sometimes also northern water thrushes, which are two other species of ground-dwelling warblers. This was the first time, though, that I had ever seen a Swainson's warbler here, and it was actually the day before I got this video. So I decided to come back, hoping that it would be there, and it did stick around for at least one more day. It must have decided, hey, this is a good little spot for me to get some food, so it stuck around for at least one more day. Some of the field marks that stand out when looking at this bird are how drab and plain it looks. It has a nice creamy eyebrow that you can see here with that dark eye line, and it's kind of a combination of like a brown olive color above and a creamy color below. And something that really stands out when you look at this bird is the huge bill. It almost looks like a dagger, especially when you compare it to many other warbler bills. The other ground-dwelling birds in my area have very different behavior. So even if you don't really get the best look at it, if it's not walking around the ground like a chicken would, which is what ovenbirds do, then you could already knock the ovenbird off. And if it's not bobbing its tail, which is something the northern water thrush does, and it's still kind of moving around the ground and more or less the size, then maybe it's a Swainson's warbler. You probably noticed by now that it likes flipping the dead leaves around, and it seems to be munching on something every once in a while. And in a little bit, you'll see it grab this little caterpillar that it picked up off the leaf litter. And that is vital fat for the last leg of its journey up the state of Florida to maybe the Panhandle, Georgia, or sometimes they even breed, there's the caterpillar, sometimes they even breed as far north as West Virginia. So you see, that's like the ultimate prize, something like a little caterpillar, that's just loaded with fat and will provide so much energy for making the trip up north. Now I'm going to show you how I got this video. It's a little shaky because I don't have a tripod, and I was instead just using my leg crouched in this weird position and leaning against the fence. I'm also going to show you a technique I use sometimes when I don't have my camera handy. So you see, this is how I got the video, and this is what the habitat in parentheses, but it is habitat. This is what it looks like. This is where it was, and you can see all the leaf litter there and how I was getting the video. Look how uncomfortable I look here. But a technique that I use a lot of the time when I don't have my camera is I just put my phone up to the binoculars like this, and it takes a little bit of practice, and sometimes it's really frustrating and it's really hard to get the bird in the shot. But you can see here I was able to get decent video of it just using my phone and binoculars. So I really recommend trying that out. And I post a lot of stories to Instagram and Facebook. That's when a lot of times when I don't have my camera, I just do this with my phone and the binoculars. So if you're in South Florida and you want to learn about some of our nature, you can check my page out at JoeMDO_Miami, or if you use Facebook, you can find me at JoeMDO. Anyways, thanks so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.